Well, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. We're back with another video. So today's gonna be an exciting day. As you guys can see, the motor is finally all buttoned up, ready to go. We went ahead and we already took off the valley tray. We got it powder coated just so it could match with the rest of the green. We went ahead and we already installed the oil pan. The oil pan is nice and bolted down. It's all tightened down. We got the gaskets on. We made sure we put some silicone right here on each corner, so that way we get no leaks. We got everything already done on the motor. Brand new oil sensor. We got the flywheel already put on, so motor is good to go. Today, hopefully we can get this thing put on. We do have the tranny right here, so it's sitting right there. We do got a torque converter, so we'll go ahead and show you guys here in a little bit everything that we got for today. So let's get started with this video, guys. So we decided to go with some Dirty Dingo setback adapter plates, some sliders, what they call sliders. I already went ahead and got them powder coated to match. I love the green. Hopefully I'm not overdoing it, but they do come with all the hardware needed. They give you the bolts, they give you a washer and a lock nut, all ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and get these babies mounted, and that way they're good to go. Once we get the motor and the tranny put together, we're able to slide it right in there and bolt it right up to the stock GM clamshells that we're using. Alright, we got the sliders put on now, guys. So they're really not that hard to figure out. The nice thing about Dirty Dingo, they mark them for you. They put P for passenger with an arrow going forward. And they do the same thing on the driver's side. The driver's side, they put the D for driver, and they put an arrow and just face it forward. We don't know how far to actually slide them yet till we get our headers, which we have our headers right here already. We can get the engine and tranny in there at the same time, and then after put the headers on it. Let me show you guys the torque converter we went with. Here's the torque converter we decided to go with, guys. It's a Roadrunner torque converter. There's a part number for you guys if you guys are interested in getting this torque converter. I do not know how they work. I've never actually ran any of their torque converters, so no, I'm not sponsored, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. A local mechanic here, one of my buddies, Brad, that actually built the Project V6 revamp, recommended me these torque converters. They're a really good price, so we went ahead and we went with it. It's a 10-inch torque converter. It's a 3235 torque converter. So hopefully it does pretty good with the cam that we put in there. So we're gonna see how it does. But we're gonna go ahead and get it filled up. We got some Dexon AC Delco automatic transmission fluid. So we're gonna go ahead and get the torque converter filled up about halfway. And then once it's halfway, we're gonna go ahead and slide it right onto the transmission and hopefully get the tranny bolted up right to the engine. Alright guys, so by the looks of it, it looks like it's about halfway there, or it's about halfway full. So we don't want it to spill out once we get it on the tranny. So we're gonna go ahead and also get this O-ring that I got from a local transmission shop. This O-ring, actually, I was told it was very important. So we've already installed brand new seals. So we got the front main seal and the rear tail shaft seal brand new, but this O-ring goes right here, right on this little groove on the shaft here, and I guess you need a special O-ring for this. I'm not sure how true that is, but a local transmission shop was actually nice enough to let me have one. We're gonna go ahead and put this new O-ring on there. This new O-ring is what locks the torque converter. So I guess has a very important job. We're gonna go ahead and get this installed on there, and then get the torque converter on there. Well, that went in pretty smooth. I felt like it clicked all the way to the back. It was actually pretty easy to slide on. So just to be safe, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna place a straight edge from here to here on the flat surface, and I'm gonna measure to this little flex plate here that it has, and I believe it's supposed to be about an inch setback. So we're gonna go ahead and double check, make sure that we have about an inch, and then that'll verify that the torque converter is pushed in all the way to the back. Well, by the looks of it, it looks like we got an inch and about an eighth, inch and a quarter, somewhere around there, right in between. So I think we're good to go. We're gonna go ahead and get the engine off the engine stand and slide this baby right onto it. Alright guys, well, now that we have the block and the tranny put together, we got a few little steps more to go. We already went ahead and tightened up all the bolts on the bell housing of the transmission. We're gonna go ahead and get the bolts on the torque converter that attach to the flywheel torqued down. Make sure those are all nice and tight. So we're gonna go ahead and get that done, and then get this baby into the truck. As you can see right here, the flywheel, there's a little hole right here where you can bolt your torque converter bolts up. If they don't align, just give your torque converter a little spin and they should line up. But we got one already down. There's 3 of them in total. So we're gonna go ahead and get these tightened up and torqued down. All right guys, well, the moment of truth, everything is finally done. It's time to get this baby in there and see what it looks like. Let's go. Alright guys, well, that kind of got me tired there, but the motor is finally in. It's sitting on the motor mounts, both sides. We got both sides done. Check it out. We're gonna go ahead and get it positioned to where it needs to be so we can go ahead and install the headers as well. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give the transmission cross member a wash. That way we can go ahead and put it in there. That way it holds the transmission up and we can get everything squared out. And if I need to slide the motor forward or back or wherever we need to slide it, I can go ahead and do so. It'd be a lot easier with the transmission cross member in there. We got the motor in, everything's nice and bolted up. We got the cross member now in there. I am having a little issues trying to figure out where the cross member needs to be. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and install the headers, make sure that they fit and if not, then I'll have to move the motor either forward, back, wherever I need to. That way the cross member fits and lines up with the transmission bolt. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what kind of headers we went with. Well, check it out. We went with some CFM engineer headers. These are actually stainless steel headers. It's a new company out of I believe Houston, Texas. I actually found them through one of the OBS forums. I actually originally had gone with the Scaffolding, or however you pronounce them, but I placed the name right here. That way you guys know which ones I'm talking about. I can't pronounce it, so the only reason that I returned those and went with these was because these are way nicer. All stainless steel. They look super sick. The welds are super nice. They're welded inside. The other ones were not welded inside here. They were just tack weld through the outside, and that was it. These ones actually came with the hardware and steel exhaust gaskets. The other ones came with the carbon fiber paperish gaskets. The main reason I went with these were because they're all stainless, and for the price you can't beat it compared to the other ones. The other ones are all steel. You still have to get them painted or ceramic coated, whatever you need to do to get them to look nice. If you want them ceramic coated, they do sell them ceramic coated, but they're about $700, and I don't think it was worth it. So I'm happy with these. I can just grab these, throw them in there, and just call it a day. But we're gonna go ahead and throw these on there. We got the headers in, we got them torqued down. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys just a quick rundown really quick on what I did for my drive shaft to work. I did install my drive shaft already. So what I did was I went ahead and I installed the headers, and I made sure that we had enough clearance between my frame and the firewall of the cab. So you guys can see right here, I can fit my fingers right in there. We got enough clearance in between the frame and the headers, and we also have enough clearance in between the firewall. That's our passenger side. On our driver's side, we have no issues. We got lots and lots of clearance here. We're gonna go underneath. So we went ahead and got the drive shaft put in. I did mark on my yoke about 4 inches back. It was just for me to see how much of the yoke actually went in there. We actually got about 2 to 3 inches of yoke inside the tail shaft. And once we got that done, we went ahead and we got it tightened up and on the differential. Now that we have our drive shaft in and we know that we have enough yoke inside the tail shaft, I went ahead and I installed my cross member. So my cross member didn't land exactly in the spot where it was originally, but it was pretty darn close. All I did was I actually slid it forward a little bit. My cross member was originally bolted right here and right here. So all I did was I actually shifted to the next hole over on both sides. I was only able to get one bolt on there. I'm gonna have to drill here. That way I can get my other bolt in. But that worked out for me, and I was able to get my transmission mount to line up on my cross member. Now that we got everything in place, we can go ahead and tighten everything down. So for you guys that are watching, if you guys are trying to do something similar, the application might be a little different for you guys, but you guys get an idea of the little issues that I ran into. It's really no biggie, but you guys can try and resolve yourself. On the next video, I'll go ahead and show you guys a wire harness. Hopefully get the wire harness put on, get everything wired. I do have just a little bit of plumbing that I'm gonna have to do. I have to order the fuel line kit and adapters. That way we can get everything plumbed. Hopefully hear this baby pretty soon. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you guys turn on that bell notification, because we got a lot of work coming for this truck. We do have the suspension still that we need to do. So we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Thanks for watching. This is